Hey YouTube, Silver Buyer here. Just wanted to make a video about why I stack silver and how I got started. So first, I'll start out with how I got started. Um, I'm 29 now, and I got started when I was 15. Um, my sister actually collected those Thai Beanie Babies that were all their age in the late 90s and early 2000s. And I went to some of the collector's shows and stuff with her and my mom and saw how much money some of those were bringing in. So I started buying some myself just to resell. And that was like my first investment. And, um, so I started selling them on eBay and I think like one web place, which isn't even around anymore. Um, I started selling on there before eBay. And anyways, one day I went to go get her some. I always took the city bus to go to stores to buy the brand new releases and stuff while they were hot, and you could get the most money for them. Um, and so one day I stopped at this old coins, cards, and comics shop that we used to go to as kids to buy baseball cards and whatnot. And I saw that they had the Thai Beanie Baby dealer logo in the window. So I went in there to buy Beanie Babies, and I saw the coins and paper currency and stuff, and just started browsing, and I made my way to the back where they had all their bullion, and they had handwritten signs that didn't change much back then. Um, because silver was pretty much always between like 450 and 5, and gold was around 270 to 280, I think, something like that. So I saw all these silver bars and rounds back there um, that had a sign that said $5 each, and I asked the guy, I said, what's this? And he says, oh, that's silver bullion. It's a investment, a precious metal. People buy it for investment and whatnot. And so I said, well, shoot, I came in here to buy Beanie Babies for $5 a piece, but those coins, bars, and rounds look prettier to me. So I said, let me get like 20 of them, and I bought my first 20 ounces of silver with $100 and got change back. Actually, because at that time it was 475, I think. Um, but yeah, he went out of business, and the whole time he was in business, I was buying from him for between $4.50 and $5.25, I think. So the market didn't fluctuate much back then. You could go a whole year or year and a half and only see it move up 50 to 75 cents, or move 50 to 75 cents one way or the other, whether it was up or down. So anyways, I took every single paycheck I had from then on, and I went there, and I'd buy about 50 ounces of silver, and then I'd buy my sister one or two Beanie Babies. So every 2 weeks, 50 ounces of silver and one or two Beanie Babies. And it wasn't too long after that, I had already sold the Beanie Babies on eBay. And I noticed they had a a coin category on eBay, and so I started browsing, and I found silver, and I started buying and selling silver on eBay when I was just like 16, and had to use my older brother's eBay account because you had to be 18 for an eBay account, but I had my own PayPal account because you only had to be 16 for that back then. And anyway, so I started buying and selling silver on eBay, and I did lots of research and looked at completed listings and sold listings, and learned what was hot, and and I found out that there was a big collector's market for vintage silver and collectible silver, odd, unique stuff, whatever. Um, so I started selling like Johnson Matthey fractionals, 1 gram and 5 gram silver bars. They were very, very hard to find back then. There's more on eBay today, I think, than there was back then. And sometimes I'd luck out and find a buy it now auction where they were selling them for about spot, and I'd turn around and sell them to collectors. The 5 gram bars I would sell for $25, and I sold hundreds of them for $25 a piece when silver was about $5 an ounce. And the 1 gram bars were even rarer and harder to find, and I was selling those for $40 a piece, $35 to $40 a piece. And so that just got me hooked. I saw how much money I was making selling stuff on eBay, and then I had all this physical silver that was for my personal stack, that I play with every day. I got some old 35 millimeter film laying around. I lost the pictures, but I found the negatives, so I want to try and get them developed. I have a few pictures of me playing with my gold and silver when I was like 15 or 16 years old. And anyways, silver went up to like $7 or $8, maybe a year after I started stacking. After 9/11 and everything, and I was just a young kid back then. Hell, I'm still young. I'm still young and dumb. But I saw that it went up to $7 or $8, and I thought, holy crap, I got like over 1,500 ounces of silver that I'm not even touching, that's not going on eBay, because it was just generic rounds and bars, non-collectible stuff for the most part. Lots of newly minted stuff, and I probably did have like 200 or 300 ounces of collectible stuff, like old Engelhard poured bars and stuff, and so I sold a whole mess of it on eBay. I think even the just the generics and some of the newly minted stuff I sold on eBay too. Back then, fees were a lot cheaper, shipping was cheaper. Priority mail started at like $3.50, and today it starts at with an eBay discount. You can do a small flat rate box for $5.20. But man, eBay fees have like doubled or tripled easily. And so, anyways, I sold out of everything, and had a bunch of cash, and I thought, well, I'll just wait for it to drop back down to $4 or $5. But it didn't. It kept going up, and I thought, I sold all of this silver, and I can't buy it back for what I originally paid for it, and I'm just watching it climb and climb and climb. And it got so depressing, I just stopped watching the market, and went and spent my money on going to the arcade and shooting pool and video games and game systems, and I think I bought my first car with the money I made, and so for years I was just kicking myself for selling it all at like $7 and $8 an ounce and not holding on to it. And finally, after a few years, I thought, you know what, I did pretty damn good selling the collectible stuff on eBay. Why don't I try my hand at that again? And so off and on over the years, I've been selling collectible bullion, and it's addicting. I've made so many great finds and so many great sales and made tons of profit on stuff. Like it just got to be addicting. And then I found I turned 21 and I started going to the bars and the casinos, and it was like, screw silver, screw making money on eBay. I'm gonna take all my paychecks to the bars and the casinos, and buy all this frivolous crap. And before I knew it, I was just blowing every single paycheck on frivolous things, and I didn't have anything to show for my money anymore. And it went on like that for years. It took me years to wake up. And the whole time I kept thinking about buying silver again, but I'm looking at it and it's like 35 bucks an ounce, and then it's coming down, it's 30 bucks an ounce, and it just didn't seem like the right time. I finally waited until last year when it was about 22, 23 bucks an ounce, and I started stacking again and selling on eBay again. And then this year, starting at the end of February, the last day of February, I started having some health issues, and I had tons of unexpected medical bills and whatnot. And all I really had was some silver. I didn't have any savings because I knew that I couldn't trust myself with saving money, cash money. I would just, if I had money in my bank, I'd, go to the casino and blow it or whatever, and or buy new rims for the car or whatever. So I just I had to sell some silver to pay for bills and whatnot that were unexpected. And I was doing so good selling on eBay and making profit that it didn't really hurt me too much financially. Like the money I lost having to sell it at a small loss, I more than made up for. But like last year, I found like 5 Johnson Matthey, or not 5. I found 11 Johnson Matthey 5-gram shipwreck bars that were still sealed in the original mint seal, and I bought all 5 for $24.95 each. And I know a lot of people would think, are you effing nuts, paying 25 bucks for a 5-gram bar? Well, I did it because I knew from back in the day that those were popular, and I knew I could make a killing on them. I just didn't know how much, and luckily I found a collector that was willing to pay me 130 bucks a piece, which translates into $808.60 an ounce. Yeah, so that's why I stack silver, is because there are collectors out there that are willing to pay super high premiums, and it's allowed me to start stacking my own personal stack with just world coins and proofs and generics and whatnot. And it's allowed me to buy some more stuff, some more collectible stuff to sell on eBay again. And so I don't stack because of anything I read or don't read. I don't watch any videos from the experts. I don't read any thing that the experts write. It's all just BS. It's just somebody's personal opinion. Everybody is taking a shot in the dark in the precious metals market. But I would rather buy precious metals than buy stocks. Because I have something in front of me that I can physically see and physically touch, and that I can see and physically touch. And while I might lose some money on this, I don't let it faze me, because all the big scores I've made flipping on eBay, my stack average is just ridiculously low. It's way, way, way under spot. Um, and, so I just don't let it bother me, because I know that physically stacking silver is a better alternative than trying to save money, because I can't save paper money. I just can't. My mom taught me at a young age how to shop and how to blow money and charge up credit cards. So I don't have any credit cards. I don't charge anything on credit. I hope that none of you guys are putting like metals on credit. I'm impatient, so I don't send in paper checks for stuff. Everything I buy, I typically buy from the local coin store. Although since my health took since I haven't been doing too good health-wise this year, I haven't been making my rounds to the local coin store. So everything's been bought online that you see here, and then I just showed in my full stack video. And so I paid a little higher premium, but again, I don't let it bother me, because my stack average, if I count in all of my profit from eBay, is just like dirt cheap. Like just one sale a few days ago, those coins I got from Silvertown for $150 a piece. I made like $150 on each one. I mean, so I look at that as $700 of free silver. That's, I don't know, I guess it helps me sleep better at night, watching the metals market go down, knowing that, like last week I just got $700 worth of free silver. But yeah, I just, that's why I stack. I know I was rambling on, and I'm still continuing to do so, but I just think that, stack what you want to stack what you like, stack things that you think are unique. Maybe one day try dabbling on eBay. See if you can find a unique piece at your local coin store that you can, maybe you can pick up something for $17 and go flip it on eBay for $100, and then take that $100 and go buy another 5 ounces and lunch or whatever, But I just, don't buy into what the experts say. I'm sure there's experts back in the day telling you not to buy Apple stock when it was at $9. And, look at today. It's, I don't know what it is, but it's in the hundreds, many hundreds, I'm sure. So I don't look at this as, I do look at this as an investment, but I don't look at it as retaining wealth. This is like my savings, this is my investment. It can do well, but it can also nosedive, and you can lose your ass in the precious metals markets, just like any other markets. It's all gambling. It's all a roll of the dice. But for me personally, it's worth it. I got something I can see with my own eyes in front and touch, and it's right in front of me, and that just makes me feel better. I rest easy at night knowing that I have wealth here, but I don't consider it retaining wealth. If you want to retain wealth, stick your cash in a bank and let it earn interest. That's a sure way to retain your wealth and maybe gain some over time, depending on how much money you can save and how much interest you're earning on it. But yeah, I don't think that retaining wealth is buying. I don't think you retain wealth by buying bullion or by buying stocks, and you sure as hell don't do it by going to the casino like I was doing. But you know, buying physical bullion is way better than that. So that's why I do it. And I don't know. I know I said the same damn thing over and over, but um, that's all. I'm probably gonna run out of memory on my phone now. Like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys.